The world of first dates. I totally get it. Do you sometimes sit back and think, what on earth made some of my dates so lacklustre? There are so many reasons why that could be, and this is why I'm going to delve into the world of first dates so that we can turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. How does that sound to you? There can be so many reasons why we do hold back on a first date, and it could be we're stepping out of our comfort zones. It could be the overthinking, the over planning, and just not being spontaneous enough. It could actually be the fact that we just are not even being in the present moment whilst we're on that first date. And I have a fantastic video in this Real-ationship Talk series where I talk about first date nerves, and I provide you with 5 calming strategies to help you with that. So do check out the playlist where you can come across that video, because it's definitely going to help you. And I'm sure that you would agree, however, that life is too short to have dull dates. And this is why I am going to provide you with 3 amazing ways to make your first date unforgettable. And from what I know and from my experience in the field of dating and relationships, that so many long-lasting relationships are sustainable because there is fun and there is playfulness. I'm Teresha Young, relationship master coach, and welcome to Real-ationship Talk. And I'm now going to uncover what will keep you going, what a date, to making it, more importantly, magical for you, making it such a marvelous experience, and how we can break free of some of those barriers that hold us back from simply having fun and having an amazing first date. Trust me, by the end of this video, your dates are going to be nothing short of spectacular. So, tip number 1, explore the joy of local treasures. And what do I mean by that? Often dates can feel a little bit because we are doing the familiar. We're doing the same thing over and over again. Much of the dates will often involve going to a restaurant or a bar. That can be a little bit heavy for a first date, because the first date is more like a vibes check. It's to find out, in actual fact, can we get along in some way, shape or form? Because sometimes we can go in there with that whole interrogation aspect and just be reading it off like an interview, but really it's like a vibes check. So what we can do is just step out of what would normally be familiar and go into a bar, a restaurant or whatever that might be. And why not venture into the heart of your local area? It could be a town, it could be your city, wherever you are. Find out from each other what you've not done in your local area that you would consider doing, what you would like to give a go. See if you can seek out any hidden gems. There might be some cozy cafes, a vibrant street art, whatever that might be, because it's going to feel like a little mini adventure and make it feel fun, make it feel different, and it's in your own backyard too. There's so much thrill of discovering something together. It might be something that one person has done, the other person hasn't, or both of you. And it's just such a fantastic way to explore the fun element when it comes to a first date. The second tip is to have playful challenges. So let's talk about injecting some fun, friendly, little bit of fun, friendly challenges into your dating experience and make them really playful. It could be mini golf, for example, a trivia night. Even you can find some board game cafes where you can go, just really explore. There might be some things online that you can research about it. Choose an activity that adds a bit of playful rivalry in it. You get to see the dynamics there. That might be really, really interesting. I personally like a game called Double. I'm not sure if you are familiar with it, but it is a really fun, clever game that is easy to transport. It's a card game and you can play anytime, anyway. It's a bit like Snap, but you've got pictures on it and it can get really competitive. Check it out. You might enjoy it too, and also your date might enjoy it because you can easily take it with you. Now, these playful challenges, they can really keep the mood light, and it also gives you a chance to showcase your fun side too, because a little bit of laughter, a little bit of healthy competition can go a great way and can make a great first date experience. Now, the third tip is interactive storytelling. What do I mean by that? So this is where you would introduce the idea of interactive storytelling. You would position it to your date by saying something along the lines of, would you be open to a little bit of storytelling right here, right now? And they're probably going to look at you and say, what do you mean by that? What does that involve? And this is where you would then position it. And in actual fact, you would say to them, well, I'm going to paint a scenario and we're going to write the script of the story together. Now, you might be listening to this thinking, Teresha, explain. I don't get it. What are you talking about? So here's one I made earlier. Of course, it's just an example and you are very, very open to create your own one, whatever resonates with you. So this is an idea. You could say to that person, imagine we're in a trendy tech store surrounded by the latest gadgets and gizmos. The air is filled with excitement as we explore the futuristic displays. Suddenly, my eyes catch a sleek, high-tech looking device tucked away on a shelf. I pick it up, intrigued, and I turn to you with an enthusiastic smile and say, hey, check this out. Look at this futuristic device. I just found it. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. What if it's a portal to a virtual world or an alternate reality? And your date might be looking at you thinking, yeah. And this is where you then prompt them to respond to what you just said. And hopefully, if they're game and they're in flow with this playful, interactive storytelling, they might say something like, whoa, that looks interesting. Can you imagine if it actually transports us somewhere cool? What do you think? You could say something along the lines of, right, this could be our ticket to a virtual adventure. What if we could explore a futuristic city or even go back in time? Would you be up for trying it out? I think you get the gist now. I think you're getting the flow. Hopefully they'll come back and say, yeah, let's give it a go. But can you see how you start to build a story, you start to use your imagination and creativity there? And that can be a really, really fun way to have a shared sense of excitement on a first date. Of course, that's just an example. You would actually choose your own one in order to create that storytelling process, but it can really get you in the moment and create that element of fun behind a first date. So there you have it. 3 ways to inject some fun and some playfulness on a first date. To recap what I said, it is 1, explore the joy of local treasures. 2, playful challenges. And 3, interactive storytelling. Now, when you sit back after a date, you might, and I would actually recommend you doing a post-date evaluation where you just have a sense check as to how you think it went. And I have a video in the playlist which is 6 steps for evaluating post-date vibes like a pro. So definitely check that one out because it's going to help you to get a sense check on, you know, what was there? Was there enough? Was there enough vibes? Were you vibing? In order to take that to a second date, and how do you feel about that? So I really hope that what I've shared to you today has helped you to move from that nerve-wracking feeling and that whole meh feeling about a date to having one that is going to be purely unforgettable and leaving a lasting impression. I would absolutely love to know which one of these tips that I've shared with you today is your favourite. And also, I am curious to know, how do you create fun on a date and even on a first date? Go ahead and drop a comment below. And if you're thinking, Teresha, I would really like some personal help and assistance, some guidance in my dating experience when it comes to my relationship, I would love to hear from you. You can check out my website, www.tereshayoung.com, or DM me on social media platforms. I'm across most of the major social media platforms, and just send me a message. And I would love to see if and how I can help you. Until the next video, take great care of yourself and others too.